Hello everybody, we're live on whatever channel we broadcast this on. We have like 177, I think it is now. Just check out the playlist underneath the video. So that area over there was reclaimed. All of those, I don't even know what kind of trees those are, but they just suck up all the water from the ground and the nutrients, and they don't give the vegetation anything to drink. So I've been burning that out. I had a fire going over here. I had to go get that steel barrel right behind the American flag because somebody called the fire department in Bedford and said that, I don't know what they said, but the fire department came out. I talked to the chief through his representative. I gave him a message to pass on and let him know that I was burning that stump out right there. So I will be starting a fire again. I'll make sure I post this on your website so you know in advance. So just in case anybody calls again, they know that I'm trying to do it the proper way. I don't know, last time I checked you were allowed to burn wood on your property. The problem is I rent here. And as you can see, there's a lot of work that needs to be done before we can get all this water from going into the basement. By the way, the basement was cleaned out by myself, ZAR-LINO Construction. My phone number is 347, and then you simply spell my last name. Zulu Alpha Romeo Lima India November Oscar. These I got from my sister. My wishing well is still at her house. An Amish fellow, hashtag Amish. I developed that out in Middlefield. But anyways, William A., you know who you are, showed me how to level things out and prevent water from going into the basement by directing it away from the property to the property line. The problem is back there, my dad taught me that water rolls downhill. The people behind us, when all the clay pipe broke that was originally put in, they just kept using that as a dump, so it just made the basement, basically our freeze plate, just not work properly. And then over here, that was all built up with gravel. But potatoes grew. There you go, Dad. They grew in that stuff with nothing but rock and whatever the dog crap there. But the rose came from Petiti's out in Oakwood. Very reputable firm here where I represent now because I'm here now. Unfortunately, my source of income has to deal with advertising, and people hire people with a decent voice that can read and present their brand, their product, their service, their cause, or their startup concept. Like you hear on the Sunday, Thompson Speedway. Actually, I think it was called Cloverleaf Speedway, and now it's a interesting location where people go spend money to watch movies instead of doing it from the comfort of their own home, which in this case is the Cleveland Browns Avenue. And that I've asked to have emptied since day one, and you know who I'm talking about. And that's where all the deer come through. Really cool neighbors all around. I got Tiger in the tank right there watching. My dad's Victrola. My rocking chair from California is still with me. I don't believe it. There it is. I can't find the seat cover. But a Mexican fella, when I lived in Imperial Beach, California, had a shop, and he did restoration, and I had an old rocker that I got from somewhere at a pretty decent price, and he actually took the rocker and reupholstered it. Now this was in 1983. So as you can see, they use staples. You know, it's taunt. I got a little tear in the seat now. Didn't notice that until just now. That could be repaired or left alone. Yeah, we'll just leave it alone. And And then back here I reinforced it with some screws. But how-to videos are important because everybody goes online to figure out how they're going to do something instead of just figuring it out on their own. For instance, who can tell me the parent company of the subsidiary for foam infill? Get it in the light a little bit better. You know better than that. Yeah. This is strictly using a Snapdragon processor inside of a pretty decent phone I got from Metro PCS over by 2 of my accounts. 3 actually. There's only 2 there right now. I've been trying to get the 3rd one. And so what do I mean by my account? Well, people are really good at what they do and they don't have time to do what I do. So they hire my company and they give me money so they can make more money. Pretty simple business plan. I make money, you make money, we're all happy. Welcome. Welcome. Flags across America, obviously. Hashtag that. We started that one about, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 years ago. Both of those are part of Cover Your Assets 2 LLC, tax ID 261688615. So I make a living. I do get some money from the government. I was in the military for a while and did a pretty good job at that, and then they made me a recruiter, and then I'm still in the military, but I wasn't really in the military. I was putting people in the military. So I was trained for 8 years on, I guess, what I could grasp and understand in that breadth of time. I did get a paycheck every 2 weeks. I did have a place to live. I did have a uniform. I did have a job. I went to it, stayed out of trouble in most cases, and graduated from I guess that would be a doctorate degree, 8 years. And then I went back in for another 8 years to do my practice. So that's how they do that. I've always asked doctors why they call it a practice, because they say it's evolving. So nobody's good at everything. That's why you hire me, and I film your tomato. So the steel barrel is cool. Another flag there. There's some more flags out there. Got my neighbor across the street sitting in the garage because I don't want to get wet. Building my Ford out front. This is kind of a long video, so I might as well make it longer. We have tons of firework data sitting on a Apple iPad. First one I've ever had, and they're pretty nice. My other 2 tablets are at bay in Columbus right now. I don't know where that other one is. I think the one with the leather strap on it has a home that we all know as Ellie White. Yeah, that's right, Duke Frost. The coolest thing about not lying is you don't have to remember what you say. Now look how pretty that is. I'm just really impressed with this. There's this old piece of dead wood here that I found back over behind the basketball hoop, and I stuck it up with this cable I repurposed from Spectrum. I think this is RG11, yeah. And the guy that came and took it down was going to throw it out, and I asked him if I could have it. So it did pretty good. I was able to use it to tie up this wood I found out. No nails, no hammer. Yeah. Why go through all that trouble when you got it just sitting there right in your face? It's not very sturdy. Okay, so we did, like I said, the hashtag flags across America. And here's the dining room fixture from my old place where we started branding. Now branding is an interesting story. It's called a portmanteau. And it's when you take 2 words like smoke and fog and put them together to make smog. So I did the same thing with my little brother Marco. On March 9th, 2011, I was going to the dentist, and he called me on the phone. Long story short, we came up with the portmanteau. So he's technically the co-author, I guess you can say it. You can reach him at Mark ZAR-LINO at whatever URL you want to buy, and I'll develop, because that's what I do. I'm a web developer. So this is my hometown in Rome, Italy. That's where I'm from. And I'm kind of proud to represent my native land, because technically I'm the first one born that had a smartphone from my daddy that used it like I do, I think. I don't know, I don't really ask my sibs what they do and why they do it much. I try to, but you know how that goes. So this conglomerate of stuff, oh, there's my dad's faucet. I love you, Pops. So we sold our house, and I really had little to do with it, some maintenance, and that was about it. Here and there where I could, a lot of drama. But putting all that aside, that's where I grew up, and that's where I'm now living, in the same spot. Anyways, I helped my dad install that. He showed me how to run plastic pipe through the ground and run water from the pump or from the spigot at the house down to the garden. So that's his, and these are my sisters I got from her. I thought that looks pretty nice. That's my buddy, got that across the street for me. Bentley was over here not too long ago. That's our new truck. Doing some swinging on this. He hasn't been back on it yet. This is an old cord I found when I got here. Those all have to get washed and put up. And then this right here, young lady, is your graveyard that you were talking about. Right there. It's holding the water well. Let's get the flag out of the dirt. No flag in dirt. That's bad. They get all dirty and it won't be nice in pictures then. I want to try to keep it up a little bit off the ground where you can. Put some tape around that and it'll stay pretty good. And then this is the, oh my God, this is a cool story. Some idiot in, I think it was either Salem or Roanoke, I can't remember which one. Tried to do something stupid with that. That didn't work out very good for him. You can see who still has the axe. Alright, I pretty much covered all the facts that I can come up with. Now you come up with yours. Once again, this is Cover Your Assets 2, LLC, tax ID 26-168-8615. We have a couple of buildings in Bedford, and we're going to develop them with the gentleman next door, hopefully. Got some ideas to put some things there that'll benefit the community in which we serve. Hopefully we can open up like a Kiwanis picnic area for people to come down and eat during the day, so they have a nice place to eat when they take their lunch break from work. I mean, that's what I did when I worked in the civilian world. We went out, had a nice restaurant or a picnic area, sat down, ate, and then went back to work. That seems like a pretty simple idea that people can buy into. I mean, how hard would it be to develop a picnic area there and start a Kiwanis club? You can actually do 3 of them. Bus 74 on McKinley, 720 Avenue. So buses are important. They get our kids around. Let's support the bus system. Make sure our kids where they need to be when they need to be there. Save a little gas that way. Everybody can get on the same page. I didn't invent carpools, but they work. So I'm all about, you know, developing business. Why do you think they call me coach? Just because I made that up all by myself? No, that's not how it works. Andrew, or should I say William? Holy smokes. This is really getting hectic. I'll tell you what. Having to do all this stuff. Look at all that. Come on, guys. I found that underneath this brick was under that grass. I was like, what the? I was like, man, I wish my dad was still alive and show him what's going on here. This right here is an aquafine. So if you don't know what an aquafine is, it's basically a way to put the water back into the ground quicker. Is, I guess, the best way to describe that. That's from Bedford High School. Got that out of the trash when they resurfaced the field. Thank you all the alumni that helped put that together. Obviously, money does not grow on trees. But this water here, eventually I'll have a drain in it. I dug that out by hand, Dad, just so you know. And here's your axe that I broke it with. So, sorry about breaking the axe, Pops. It's a little dry rotted, but I'll use it for a tomato stick. I ain't getting rid of that, baby. Love you. So here I want to do a little snapping turtles, some frogs maybe, whatever. I got a bridge, made a bridge from a old walking exerciser. Oh, that's all dug out. That's where the hot box is. Was able to plant grass seed back here. That worked pretty good. Got a contact from a lady that cuts me some steel. She's pretty cool. I like her. What else is going on? Got my dad's mower. That needs a little bit of hydraulic fluid and it works. And that right there is going to be a nice little place to sit down and have a lunch. I'm going to put a, if you can see where my hand is, that mess right in there. Well, there's the, here, there's the level, Dad, that you taught me. You see that piece of wood, Pops? That's my level right there. You're running over there to that cornerstone. That's what we call them in the Catholic Church, cornerstones. So that there's like maybe a half a bubble from the corner of that spot to that spot. I think it's like a half a bubble every 6 feet. My Amish friend and I built a house in Bay Village. Well, he built it. I just got to see him do it and stuff. But anyways, I helped a little bit. But anyways, house that we built in Bay Village, he taught me some stuff over there. It was pretty interesting. Got to meet the building inspector. He was pretty cool. Driving a Cadillac. It's hard to find those. You can see how low the water is here. That's from who knows what. That needs probably about a good 6, 7, 8, 9 wheelbarrows of dirt right there. Just throw some dirt in there and plant some grass seed. This right here, it's kind of cool. So, hashtag Flags Across America. And we're building us a nice little, like a berm when you pull in. Some watering buckets. Got the new truck. And then again, this is another Black Eye Susie that my sister put together for me. I already showed you the flag. This right here, I let this go to seed. As soon as this dries up. Oh, as soon as that dries up, we'll be done with that. Just wanted to see what I was working with. Mostly rabbit food out here. But the bunnies like it. They come over here and cook. And if you let this grow pretty nice, it makes some pretty good backdrops for pictures and stuff. And it just needs some grass seed down there and a little bit of dirt. So just drop a little dirt right here, put some dirt there, and put some grass seed there. And then you want to do another, just kind of like they call them hair plugs. Same thing. Now this has got some grass in it. So I think what I'll do here, put that right there. Let's see who wins. Here's the water shut off, and then the gas is over here. gas is right over here somewhere. Right there. That's the gas. No, they were supposed to come out and put a cover on this, but they haven't done it yet. Okay, and then this is the line here. Neighbors, pretty cool neighbors. So it's right there, right there. What's that bush? And this line right here. Right here. Right back to that yellow line. That's got to get... Heck, you don't even need a freaking level from here, man. You can see how far down the freeze plate was. I don't know what the hell they were doing when they built this house. They were not thinking. I mean, one course, man. Come on, guys. How much that would have cost? Nothing compared to what it's going to cost to fix this. Hey, I'm still recording, man. This is like the longest video I've done in years. That's the Chief Financial Officer of Cover Your Assets 2 LLC, doing business as Bryce Small Innovative Investments, powered by marketplaceoftheamericas.com.